Ellie.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
My name's Heather. I'm your newly assigned case manager.
Awesome.
I'm here to help you with what brought you here today.
Great.
We went over the form that you signed that basically talks about, your informed consent and your rights, your confidentiality rights, your rights to be treated fairly, not discriminated against. After reviewing and signing that form, do you have any questions for me?
Oh, I think I'm good.
Okay, perfect. We did talk about it a little bit in the beginning, but um, so today you're here so that we can work on getting you set up with some goal setting. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so why don't you tell me a little bit about what brought you here today?
Um, I have recently been making a transition into a new career position and
Okay,
opportunity. So just trying to make that transition um smoothly and figure out how to adjust to such a large life change.
okay.
Yeah.
So you're looking at transitioning your career path.
Yes.
Okay, and you're looking for some help and support in working towards that goal.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, what we're going to do today is we're going to create what's called a treatment plan or a goal service plan.
Awesome.
We're going to talk about some things that are in your life that might be helpful to you to achieving your goals. And if there's things that you need, so we can identify them and figure out what we can do to help connect you with stuff to help you achieve that goal you want to do.
Awesome.
Does
Thank
that
you.
sound good?
Great.
Okay. So we filled out the name, Allie Van Champ.
Yes.
Okay. Your contact number. This is our initial plan.
Mhm.
And then today's date is the 5th of April. And we will review this. We'll do about a 3-month goal plan to give you
Perfect.
time to do all the things. Does that sound good?
Sounds great.
Awesome. Okay. This is what we call administrative case management. Because it sounds like when you came in that you identified that you're pretty independent in things that are going on in your life, that you have a minimal need just to help with the transition for employment, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. And my name is Heather.
Hmm.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So let's talk first about your income or financial situation. I know you said you're looking at transitioning your career, but can you tell me like do you have financial stability? Do you have a job or do you have income that supports you while you're doing this?
Yes, I do. I
Okay.
am currently working a part-time job that has been supplementing my current state. So
Okay. Does that pay all your bills? Do you have anybody else that helps support you, parents or spouse or anything?
yes, I have a partner that I live with, and he takes on the majority of that stuff.
Okay. So we'll write that down. That's a strength, we call that. That's something that says that you have something that's going well for you that can help you achieve your goal quicker.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. The part-time job and partner works full-time and helps support you. Then do you guys have a home that you guys live in? You guys live
Yes,
with
we
someone
do.
else?
We have our own place that we rent, and it is a like manufactured home on a
Okay.
very small piece of property.
So you guys feel safe there and your uh, ability to be there in the long term is
Yes.
secure.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, the next area talks about vocational, and this is, I think, where we're going to get started on talking about some things that you need. So you mentioned that you're looking at transitioning to career path. Have you identified what you want to do?
I'm looking into plumbing and starting an apprenticeship with a local union.
Okay, excellent. So your goal is to get connected with the local union and start an apprenticeship.
Yes.
And do you have the contact information for the union? Do you know what steps you need to take in order to get that started?
I have looked at their union website
Okay.
and gotten contact information, but I need to actually go ahead and make that contact and see what the best course of action would be for that.
Excellent. Now, as far as like interviewing, resumes, job search, do you feel like you have that handled, or is that something that you might want a little more support with?
I think I would love support getting practicing interview skills and being able to learn how to interview effectively and set that up.
Okay.
And resume support as well would be nice.
Perfect. Okay. We will come back to that shortly. Okay, the next section talks about education. It sounds like if it's union, they will most likely be doing the education piece.
Yes, they do. 80% is on the job experience, and then 20% is education and classes.
Okay, cool. So that's a need, but it sounds like if you get connected with them and get accepted, that they'll be providing that. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll put in here that you just need to connect with the union in order to start training. All right, we can talk about that a little bit more as far as the steps go and what you want to do in order to make these things happen. Okay. Tell me about your transportation. Do you take the bus? Do you have your own vehicle?
I do have a vehicle.
Okay.
Thankfully,
So you have license and insurance?
yes.
Okay, great. And do you feel like your vehicle's reliable? Do you have a backup plan if something were to fall through?
I do feel that my vehicle's reliable, keeping up with maintenance. It's relatively new, not the
Okay.
newest, but and if anything were to happen, I do fortunately have a transit system in my neighborhood that I could rely on if needed.
Oh, cool. That's great. So it sounds like you've already kind of thought about that too.
Yep.
Okay. How are you as far as medical stuff goes? Do you feel like that's something that's well managed? Do you have any health needs or concerns?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Activities of daily living. You don't have any struggles with doing things independently, do you, in your own life? Okay. Do you have any legal concerns? Do you have any like fines, tickets, warrants, things like that? Okay. What kind of things do you do for recreation and leisure?
Um, do like crafts at home or just going outside with friends. So
Okay.
yeah.
You spend time with your friends. Some. What kind of crafts?
Like crochet and sewing.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's fun. Do you have any mental health engagement? Take any mental health medication?
No, I do see a therapist on a monthly basis, but I am not on any sort of medication.
Okay. So seeing the therapist, is that just for like regular support, just somebody to talk to, or do you have a mental health diagnosis?
No, just somebody to talk to and kind of help navigate any little things that come up here and there.
Awesome. Kind of like preventative, right? Talking to
Yes.
somebody before things become a problem. Awesome. Have you ever had a problem with substances or alcohol? Okay. And then as far as your social supports, I know you mentioned that you like to spend time with your friends. Do you feel like your friend system is pretty strong?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you have other people in your life that you feel are a strong support for you? So do you have a partner?
Yes, I have a very good partner and a big, reliable family. So
Awesome.
lots of networks, thank goodness.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about that. Like, why do you think that is going so well for you? Like large family system and your partner?
Just very, I'm fortunate to have a very relatively healthy family who likes to stay in contact and communicate with each other and support each other. So I'm very fortunate on that front. And my partner is very communicative and listens a lot and just
Awesome.
wants to help everyone all the time. So
Great. And this is one of those strengths that really shows like if you're wanting to do something for yourself, if you've got those things behind you, it can really make a difference in how well you succeed.
yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
Yeah, it sounds like he's probably supportive of your career change and
Yes.
wants to see you thrive, right?
Very much so.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful. Okay. All right. So let's talk about the things that you identified that you thought were a need. Sorry, I dropped the paper. So you can take a look at this and see if you'd like.
Great.
So you mentioned, some of your strengths with your income, and then we talked about housing. So I just wrote down the things you mentioned and how come they're a strength. These are all the things that are going to help you when you go into vocational to be able to continue on with this fairly well, right? And it sounds like you have a backup plan for a lot of things too.
Yes.
So your goals for the vocational, to get into what did you say, the plumbers union?
Yes.
So you want to connect with the local union and start an apprenticeship, right?
Mhm.
And then your needs are support with interview skills and resume. Does that
Yes.
sound about right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I am thinking is overall, from everything we talked about, the other need that you identified would be the education piece. But it sounds like with that, you're pretty confident that they're going to do all the things that you need for training as long as you can reach out, connect with them, get signed up,
Yeah.
and get going with the process to see if you're accepted,
Mhm.
right? Okay. I'm just going to write down here that the plumbers union. And then do you feel like you're pretty comfortable going to the agency or getting on the website and doing what you need to do to get that started?
Yes.
You don't feel like you need any support in that area right now?
Not right now, no.
Okay, okay, perfect. Um, so what I'm thinking is because we like to, sorry, writing and talking at the same time is not a strength.
Okay.
What I'm thinking is that we want to kind of streamline your support, not have you going a bunch of different places. You have one main goal or need at this time, and that's help with getting you prepared for connecting with the plumbers union. You know how to get on their website, you know how to connect with the union itself and get that going. You feel comfortable doing that on your own. You don't feel like you need any help with that. But what you are saying that you need help with is support with interviewing skills and resumes. So what I'd like to do is refer you to the Work Source Agency. It's put on by the state of Washington, and they are there to help people that are looking to get to work. And they have resources such as job searching. They can help you set up appointments to go over making a resume, building cover letters. They'll also help you practice with interviewing. And then if you secure a job, if you're in need of help, they sometimes can help with tools that you might need if they get a little expensive. Sometimes the plumbers union, the tools that you need can be very
Yeah.
spendy. They can also sometimes help with like uniform or work clothes if the union does not provide that for you. So I think that this is like a one-stop shop referral agency to send you to that I think could do a lot to help you. Um, so let's say that we check in once a month. I'm gonna give you all that information on how to contact them. Do you feel like starting next week would be reasonable for you to reach out like Monday
Yes.
and get started with making an appointment with them?
Yeah.
Okay, because they could probably help you feel a little bit more prepared before you reach out to the union and get that started.
Great.
What do you think?
That sounds great.
Awesome. Okay. So you're gonna check in next week and we are going to review this in 3 months. But I think that maybe once a month, um, I could shoot you a call
That's
and we can
okay.
touch base. Or if you're struggling and you feel like you don't have the proper navigation or support, or you're confused, or any of the struggles that you may find yourself running into, that you have our number here at our agency and you can reach out and talk to any of us case managers, and one of us can help steer you in a different direction, or, yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
So you'll check in next week with WorkSource. Monthly phone call, phone check-in, and then and you'll reach out if you're having any challenges. Okay. So you have any questions for me?
No, I think that all sounds very manageable and like a really good resource that can help me kind of put me in the right direction and fill in the gaps where I need any support. So that sounds very helpful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. It looks like you have a lot of really strong support systems and things going your way, so this should make things a lot easier for you. But if you do find that any of those other areas change while you're going through this, just know that we're here to help support you with those too.
Great.
Okay, you just need to reach out and let us know, and we'll, adapt and adjust. So
Awesome.
what I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you an appointment card for our next appointment. And then I'm also going to give you the referral for WorkSource.
Mhm.
And then you'll go ahead and get started on Monday, giving them a call and seeing about setting up an appointment, and we'll check in a month.
All right. Great.
Awesome. Well,
Thank you
thanks for
so
coming in
much.
today, Ellie.
Thank you.
You don't have any other questions, right?
Nope, this sounds very manageable. So thank you
Awesome.
so much.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.